Hello everybody, Austin Beck here again, today for another video. If it's your first time on the channel watching one of my videos, thank you again for watching. Today I wanted to create a video on probably one of my favorite topics ever, and that is having a vision. And I'm not talking about iVision, even though right now I'm actually in the process of possibly looking at a different pair of frames for myself. But I'm talking more about the vision in the aspect of goals, dreams, just having an outlook on life for yourself in your specific situation. And so today, let's get started. So first off, do you have a vision? And what I mean by this is, I know that a lot of us when we were younger, especially for those of us and this can impact anybody at any age, that I would suggest again, having goals and dreams. Now I know that when you were younger, you probably had dreams of becoming, whether it was, especially when you were like a little kid, maybe you had a dream of becoming like a firefighter. Or like for me, I always wanted to be like a race car driver. I guess that dream really hasn't lessened too much. But whatever that dream or goal was, you still have it in the back of your head, and there's other things that have come along the way, whether it's, anything financial wise or like marriage wise or career wise. There's so many different things that I want to talk about. And so I hope you guys will stay with me till the end of the video. But I just want to talk about some things that have impacted me as well as probably will impact you going forward with trying to create a vision for yourself and a vision for your life that actually can come true if, again, you start thinking of these things and writing them down and just, starting to hold on to that process and make a plan and just start going forward. And so the second thing, is your dream specific? So whether it's a goal, dream, vision, whatever you want to call it, it's all kind of the same. I mean, as far as just seeing something in the future that maybe you don't have yet. And so what I would say with that is make it very specific. So for example, if I'm looking at a house that I want to buy in the future, or a vision of what a car that I'd like to own in the future, and the different things, I make it very specific down to the most minute detail. As far as, I think about, I literally have sheets of paper on my computer that I can show you guys. That is, if I'm building a car, we'll just say, for example, because I have such a big interest in that I would show the color seats, the brand. If I'm going with like an aftermarket exhaust or something like that, I'd have the brand, the length, the diameter, everything down to the most specific detail. And so I think that, again, if you want to have these visions come true, get specific. The next thing, do you have a plan? So again, are you actually making steps and taking some action towards making this thing that you want true to actually come true? The last thing, and this will be important again, this will come back to my last slide, which again will be the most important slide probably on this entire video, is why do you want the vision? What is your why? What is the thing that's actually causing you to actually have this vision or stick with it or keep that motivation to where you can actually keep doing it? And so, again, we'll just talk about some of those things here in a little bit. I really like this quote from Helen Keller. I think it's very relevant to not only this speech, but just in general in all of our daily lives. And she says, "The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision." And that is so true. So first off, we're going to talk about short term with vision. And again, I know this is going to be a little bit lengthy of a video, but please listen to this whole thing. I think that there's going to be a lot of valuable information for all you guys on here. So first off, short term. You want to have a vision for each day, each month, and each year. And I'll tell you why. I try to start off each day, I kind of have a set schedule, and again, I would really try to create and use a schedule that will really help you guys function better and get control of your time to where you're not going to be, so stressed about, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing today. Or maybe if you have a time schedule and maybe you have, let's just say, a couple hours of time, you could be trying to accomplish something that gets you closer towards your vision versus just watching TV or doing something else, playing on your phone, whatever. And so first off, for me, like scheduling in my day, I regularly get up at 5 to 6 a.m. every single day. And that's just been, from when I was younger, I always had a schedule. that was kind of the time that I wanted to get up. I go to bed kind of early, which I know for a lot of kids that are my age is, you know, kind of strange. But I think that there's a lot of value in that, and, you know, being disciplined towards, you know, doing like a workout in the morning and having a plan, and, you know, kind of just going by your schedule. And so again, all these things stack up over time. So I'm going to use a little bit of a reference here from a video that I saw quite a while ago, which is from Will Smith. And he talks about that when him and his brother were very young, his dad asked them to build a wall in the backyard. And it was going to be like a brick wall, just kind of as like a, I don't know if it was for a fence or what it was, but he talked about how initially he thought that maybe he should, you know, start off, you know, by building like the biggest, the baddest wall, you know, whatever. He's going to, you know, build it so fast. And he said what me and my brother found out was that if you take each day and just lay one brick at a time, as perfectly as a brick can be laid, eventually over time you have a wall, and a strong wall at that. And so that's just, again, part of the thing is as stacking up your different things towards fulfilling those goals and dreams, one brick at a time. The next thing is long term. So again, this is going to change for every one of you that's watching. But do you have a vision for your health? Do you, you know, have a body type you're looking for? I mean, as far as for like yourself, you know, do you want to work out? Do you want to eat healthy? For even like your relationships. So that could be a friendship, that could be somebody intimate, that could be, you know, just like your family members, anything. There are so many variations of all these different things that, again, is going to be individual to you, but consider these different things. Next thing, a vision for your finances. This is a big one, especially, you know, right now. I mean, everybody's kind of aware that financial uncertainty, of course, is definitely, you know, more upon us with the whole situation that's been going on. But again, consider that. Next thing, career. Don't just jump into a job to jump into a job. I've been very lucky with my current situation that I have, you know, living still at home. But I mean, I'm always looking for jobs that would intrigue me, let me gain an experience that I want to have, that I could possibly enjoy, anything. Just don't settle for something unless you truly have to. You have to make, you know, some more money. I'm not saying you have to find the absolute perfect job, but try to find something that you enjoy or you could enjoy. The last thing on here is just like the material things. So again, that comes down to the house or the cars or the, let's just say if you want like a, you know, sports equipment or clothing, or I mean, there's so many things that, again, what is your vision of the future that you specifically you want? The next thing, personal for me. So now I'm going to bring in some personal examples of my vision and why I think like this, and how I know that a lot of these things are definitely going to come into fruition, because again, I'm trying to follow different steps that are, as they stack up day by day, it's getting easier to see that it's like, okay, there actually is a finish line. Some of these things are actually attainable, but again, you have to be disciplined and keep having the vision, and, you know, again, the whole process of writing them down, being specific, so all those things. So here's kind of just some personal examples. I mean, I have many different documents showing all these different goals that I have, but just to kind of name a few. So for health and fitness, I've been trying to eat, especially in the last few months and weeks, and even in the last probably year or two, eat a lot more healthy, not going out to different fast food places, doing a lot of stuff for my body. I've actually been doing a lot of, when I was in high school, I was on the Nordic ski team, and I've been doing that since I was a little kid. So doing, you know, cross-country skiing, but I've also been big into biking, and so I try to do a lot of definitely just like, you know, biking out on the road, mountain biking, inline skating. I do a lot of stuff, you know, on rollerblades, and then also doing a lot of just like workout stuff. So I actually have a weightlifting kind of just like a brief little regiment that I've kind of thrown together that I kind of use pretty much every other day. So I mean, I'm either doing some sort of cardio exercise or doing a lifting exercise or something to make me feel better and make some of that progress again on those health and fitness goals. The next thing, financial. So as many people probably don't know, my goal is to have, and I think this should be most people's goal, but If you didn't know, my goal for sure is to have complete financial freedom to where I only have to work if I like really choose to. I would be able to like retire at roughly age 30 to 35. My goal is to have definitely a few $1,000,000 in the bank and to have that financial security of just knowing that you don't have to worry about anything. I mean, if I wanted to go buy a house or a car with cash somewhere, I could do it. And that's the ultimate goal, and it's not again for the bragging rights, the material stuff, or any of that stuff. It's more or less for just the freedom and the fact of like I don't have to worry. And even if like my kids or whoever, just they don't have to worry. The next thing, a partner, so like a life partner or like a more intimate relationship, and that again for me personally, I've read several books on this as well about if you write down specific traits and you start to develop some of those traits in yourself as far as some of those things that would mesh really well with that other person. So for example, if I have traits written down about a future spouse, a lot of those things may come into fruition much more quickly and much more accurately if you start writing those things down and actually having a vision of what that partner could look like. Because again, even though most females probably don't know this, a lot of guys actually do have an idea of what they want in a partner, or what they're looking for, or have like a vision of what that relationship could look like. And so don't think that you guys are the only ones that are looking for that, because there are a lot of guys out there that are too. The next thing would be just like travel. So again, just like any of those experience pieces, things that you can experience as far as going across the world, doing different trips. If somebody wants to go, like we'll just say like skydiving, and there's so many different things to kind of check off your bucket list or your different again, just those goals, right? So I mean, everything is about the goals. The last thing again is just like the materialistic aspect. So again, with like a car, a house, whatever it's going to be, for example, like in the corner there is a modified Acura RSX. So that's a car that I have driven a couple times, as far as one that's fairly stock and was a lot of fun to drive. I personally want to own some sort of just little car that's really fast, that screams, that I can take around the track and do whatever to, and modify the way that I want to modify it. And again, I know that's not everybody's goal, but for me, that's a very important thing, as I'm very passionate about cars, and I know that as we get closer to electrics, it's a different world, but it's something that I still want to accomplish in the near future if possible. The next thing would be touch the dream and trust the process. So this is a huge piece. I think that I heard this once from speaker Ed Mylett, where he kind of talked about, you got to touch those dreams. And so what he means by that is, if you have a clear enough vision, goal, dream, again, whatever you want to call it, you can, like for example, he wanted to be extremely rich when he was younger, and he wanted to live on the ocean. And so he used to go visit a place in the ocean where he thought that he was going to live, or he would, take his, girlfriend, which is now his wife, out towards, they'd go to like these big resorts for the weekend or something, and kind of, live that lifestyle. Or he'd go to the car dealerships and try out these exotic, like Ferraris and stuff. And now he has all those material things, but again, it was because he kept that motivation, because he went and touched those dreams, and he kind of trusted the process, put in the work every day, did all the right steps, to where he now has those things in his possession. So again, never lose sight of your vision or your why. So for me, when it comes to touching my dreams, I actually had this opportunity here just a couple weeks ago, but I've been in some other cars that are similar to this. But this is a fully built VW Rabbit race car. This is actually owned by a person that is right next to my uncle's house in Mankato, Minnesota, and he kind of runs the International Ice Racing Association, which is down there. And so they go take these cars out on the ice and race them and do whatever. But I've always wanted to drive a fully built, modified, like basically just like fully caged race car. And I got the opportunity to do it, and it was an absolute blast. I got to ride in it, and then I got to drive it. And it just goes to show, it's like it keeps that momentum. It keeps that motivation of you just like, yes, I have to do this. I want to do this. Now that I had fun again, it's just like it's another it's another factor to keep you going forward and keep spinning that wheel to, you know, keep wanting to have those dreams come true. And again, Eric Thomas once said this as well, and as many of you probably know, he's a very big motivational speaker. But he once said, I need you to live in your future, to live in that future every day. Basically just keep imagining, keep seeing your future every time. Even if you're in a rough spot, you know, for example, if I was at a place in my work or just sitting at home and I was feeling distraught about something, or I was kind of upset about something, or if I was just miserable from where I was at, I would try to think of my vision and think of my future and just think to myself, what is it going to be like at that time? And keep thinking about how it's going to look and how you're going to feel, and how that's so much of a better place that you're going to because of the moments that you're in right now. And everything happens for a reason. So the last thing, and again, I hope you guys stay with me for this entire thing, but this is the most important thing out of this whole presentation. If you never accomplish the financial side or the materialistic side or the career stuff, everything is basically comes down to one major thing, and that is this: what is the vision for yourself? Who do you want to be? And the thing is it's like, you know, again, you can have all the other stuff, but again, it's just like this quote says over here: wealth is the ability to fully experience life. So it's not about being the richest person on the block. It's not about having the most things. It's not about having the perfect career. Now again, all those things are very good things and very positive things that you can have, and that's, you know, again, part of your individual vision. But you need to, if you have a dream and if you have a way that you want to present yourself, show yourself off, do whatever, show and tell others. Make yourself a priority, because trust me, going on the line in, you know, whether it's 10 years, 15 years, you know, 25 years, whatever it is, you're going to want to have those habits already instilled in you, as far as just having that vision, creating those goals, writing stuff down, you know, just whatever is specific to you. But again, you just want to keep that in mind, that it's like your vision has to be a priority for you to make it happen, and you have to, again, create some sort of plan and have a schedule to get you there. And so with that, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I'm going to be hopefully doing some more videos here in the next few weeks about, you know, some of the different things, again, regarding success, principles and habits. Again, I've read many books. I actually would consider writing a book as well. It's actually part of my goals that I have at some point. But as far as for the rest of you guys, just again, keep thinking of those vision stuff, keep writing down those goals, keep thinking of things, keep imagining, and never limit yourself. And so with that, I just want to thank you again for watching the video. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. This is Austin Becker. Thanks for watching.